All right, y'all. So try to picture this. You got a girlfriend or a wife, and she just birthed a baby. She just birthed it today. The baby just got cleaned and is being put in that bed and is resting now. It's just being birthed today. Okay, where all the babies are, some guy comes in the room where all the babies are, and they approach your baby and they just try to explain to your baby what quantum mechanics are. Yeah, you heard that correctly. He approached your baby and tried to explain to your baby quantum mechanics. What are the chances that your baby, who just got born today, understands what that guy just said? Right? Just try to explain quantum mechanics to your baby who's been birthed today. What's the chances that the baby understands quantum mechanics? Yeah. So if you can understand why that baby might not understand quantum mechanics, let me ask you this. What are the chances that somebody who doesn't believe in God, who doesn't believe in the Bible or Christianity, what are the chances that when he asks somebody that does believe, that person understands the entirety of the Bible? Right? Right? Ain't no freaking way. Ain't no way that there's a Christian on this planet or a Christian that has ever lived. The only person that does is Christ himself. Okay? There is no other Christian that has ever lived that's going to understand the entirety of all the lessons you could possibly know from the Bible. Not one. So, my point is when you're asking some Christian about a question you have about the Bible, and the Christian just happens to not know an answer, the answer is out there, but there isn't one person on this earth that's going to understand the entirety of the Bible no more than a little child is going to understand quantum mechanics after it just got born. There's just no way. It's the Bible, okay? It's the Bible, the most widespread, most influential book in all of history. This isn't freaking Amelia Bedelia, okay? It's a little bit more complicated than that, all right? It's a little bit more complicated than Amelia Bedelia. It's not Junie B. Jones, okay? It's tough to understand that book. So when a Christian doesn't have an answer to every single solitary question you have, it's not the end of the world, okay? When it regards the Bible, it's like Shakira said, it's a toughie one. Okay, it's a tough book to understand. I mean, one sentence uh, can give you like 15 life lessons. That's a tough book to understand. There's not one person who understands the entirety of it. So if there's a question out there uh, that some person can't give an answer to, it's not the end of the world. The Bible and its legitimacy isn't dependent upon your understanding of it. Christianity as a whole and its legitimacy isn't dependent upon your approval of it and your understanding of Christianity. God Himself and Jesus and their existence and their legitimacy isn't dependent upon your approval of their morality or your approval of who they are or your understanding of their mind and their will. God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit in their existence and their legitimacy isn't dependent upon you. They are real and they are valid with or without your understanding of them. I'm just saying it's difficult to understand some parts of the Bible. Have you seen what's written in Revelation? Okay, they don't teach that in third grade. All right, it's a difficult book. That's all I'm trying to convey. You know, that's all I'm trying to say. Is if you ask a Christian a question and they just don't happen to have the answer at that very moment in time, that doesn't mean Christianity is false. That doesn't mean that uh, it's now fake and God's not real because this person didn't happen to have the answer right then and there, and they don't understand the entirety of the Bible, and they don't have an answer for every single solitary question that you may have, and they don't answer all of your questions to your satisfaction. It just doesn't work like that. You know, that's all I got. That's all I'm trying to say.